And we have an hour show.
The 3-ball, 5 of 8. They hit a lot of threes. But to me, that really wasn't the game. It's like the Lakers had no answer for the effort, the energy. They got stagnant. The ball didn't move. You could just feel it and see it on the faces that they just didn't have what it took to compete with them. I don't know what's going on with this team right now, but to lose 2 at home back-to-back after coming off a road trip, complete ISO with no movement, and it's easy to guard that.
This game, it's amazing how basketball sometimes can be broken down to its simplest form. And a lot of these threes they got were from defensive breakdowns. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you know what Ja game is. He's going to penetrate, and if he hangs, his hang time is ridiculous. So if you bite, he's going to find the open guy. And you had guys knocking down open threes because our defenders sunk in too far to the basket and wasn't able to get out to the three-point shooter. I said this a couple of weeks back where I said Triple J is not a good player unless he has Ja Morant. Yeah. Because he depends on his outside shot. He's not a really good post-up player, but when he does knock down his shot, it dictates how he plays on the inside. And tonight he was able to hit down those threes. I think all those assists probably came from Ja, where he got knocked down. Now he's got his confidence up. He's going to the paint and scoring. So one of the things about the Lakers, I know they don't practice much, but when you have games like this and you're on a 4-game losing streak, mm-hmm. you got to go back in the lab. You got to go in and practice and go over the little things. I remember Phil used to make us do the stupidest little drills, picking the ball up, pivoting. And we was like, man, why are we doing this? Because you need to go back into the lab and put the old school skills back into your head so the fundamentals can be broken down to the simple, and you can do these fundamentals. And I think the Lakers now recognize the hot guys. These guys are professionals. There's a reason they're in the NBA. At some point in time, they were probably 40-point scorers, whatever team they was on. And so you have to say, okay, this is what we have. Don't leave Marcus Smart. That's all that Minnesota is doing. That's why they're #1 in the West right now, because they're crowding people, forcing them off the three-point line to their shot blocker. And the Lakers need
uncontested threes. It's just you stunted in so far, 6-7 feet, that there's no way you can get back. So, yeah, I believe that if he's great as he is, make him make the play at the rim sometime before you give up. Yeah. All those threes, they were hot. Not if you're isoing, if you're standing. For us, we're not going to get the easy threes, the uncontested ones. But the way Memphis offense flows, they're moving. Bane, he'll pass and move. They'll set a pick for him. All of a sudden, he's coming off. He's getting something. Josh going downhill. He's going to get something. So they're constantly, Marcus Smart. They're moving, the motion. They're making the defense, look. And before you know it, they're popping in threes. So sometimes we get a little stagnant. We go to AD. We're not moving. If you go inside the AD, what's wrong with a scissor pick or something, or splits or something to make the defense, the standing and not cutting,
Saw tonight from 3. And nobody expect Marcus Smart to do that. Now we say, we're a good defensive team. Now we say, okay, we're going to rest on our laurels. And you have to go up and pressure these guys, like I said, defense. And I don't see that anymore. I just see guys like, back in the day, James, it was like, be an arm length away. They like 2 arm lengths away. And so these are reasons that you need to get back into practice and say, hey, this is what we got to do. Arm length away, pressure up on the guy, force him one way, be accountable.
It's so much switching now.
Mm-hmm.
So people, they look forward to switching. It's easy. Here he comes, switch. And, you don't have to switch all the time. Sometimes you fight over fakes, you stay at home, you enforce. And, they just were a count late on reaction. They would set a back pick, no reaction. If you're going to switch, the time to switch is when someone hits you with a big pick, and now you gotta get out and switch. So they weren't doing that, and they were just leaving 2-3 seconds open.
Jarvin, Memphis clearly got going from 3. Last time you played, they did as well. What did you see from the coverages, and what were you trying to get to defensively in this one tonight?
We just decided to go 1 through 5 red. Try to keep the ball in front of us, and they hit some deep ones. They hit some ones that were contested. We right there in their face. Just you have to be more aggressive. Take your hat off to them. They shot the hell out of the ball. some guys that came in with lower percentages from the whole team to certain individuals, and they knocked them down. You know, it's been it seems to be, you know, the pattern. You know, people are stepping their game up when they come in our building, and we got to be ready to meet force with force. I thought, for the most part, I saw a lot of improvement from last game, you know, coming into halftime with only 4 turnovers for no points. But again, third quarter, certain balls got away from us. And you know, a team like that, they're getting back whole, and they were able to take advantage of some opportunities. And so a couple guys got scorching hot. But, you know, that said, I'm in this thing for the fight. And I'm not fenced to, you know, hang my head or anything. I'm disappointed we lost, disappointed that we have lost, you know, multiple games now in a row. But it's just only going